Ahoy gamers and welcome to one of the harder challenges on World of Warcraft. As we play through the game, it's a hardcore, solo self-found coward. What does coward mean? Well, gives us a full 20% debuff to all attributes, reduces the damage we cause by 20%, and reduces our armor and resistance by 20%. It's just a complete 20% nerf. How do we get this? Well, we run away from a Makagura. So we're going to be attempting to play the game with this debuff. We start off as a rogue, doesn't end very well for the rogue, so we re-attempt this as a druid. So without further ado, let's jump on in. And here we are. We'll be trying the hardest challenge I can think of in hardcore World of Warcraft. Well, one of the hardest challenges I should probably say. We are playing as a hardcore solo self-found. We are Mr. Coward here. We can enter the world. What are we going to be attempting? Well, it's going to be a full playthrough, hopefully. I'm going to skip the intro. We're going to be playing the full hardcore, and we'll be playing with the coward buff, or debuff. What does the coward debuff do? Well, coward debuff. Okay, I don't care about any of this. Select all this. Fine. Coward debuff is a debuff which will, if I can get it up correctly, the coward debuff reduces all of your attributes, damage caused, and armor and resistance by 20%. So you are completely nerfed to the game. So we're going to give that a go. I'm just waiting for my friend to log online. We're going to get the coward debuff. How you get the coward debuff is you run away from a Makagura. He says you fail it, and then you get the debuff. So we're going to be getting that as soon as my friend logs on, and then we're going to attempt this challenge. We're going to see how far we can get as a human rogue, as Mr. Coward. See you in a second. And here we are. My friend's just logged on. Here we are. So we're in a Makagura. All I want to do is run away. And by running away, he'll just stay there. I'll run out of the combat zone. And by running out of the combat zone, it'll force me to get the coward debuff. I don't actually know how far I have to run. But I'm going to just keep running. And we should get the coward debuff. It should tell me that I need to return to the combat area. There we go. Exiting the duel. You will forfeit in 7 seconds. And this is how we get the debuff of coward. There we go. Coward. Decreases all attributes by 20%, all damage caused by 20%, and armor and resistance by 20%. We have severely nerfed ourselves, and that is in-game days as well. So every 3 days I'm going to have to redo this to get this debuff, which is going to be insane. Right, so we're going to start. So, a few other ground rules as well. I've got a few mods installed, which will be down in the description below. For some reason there is no audio. I'm going to loop the music. I always want music on in the background. So, I do have one. I've got a few mods installed. How do I move this again? And these mods I've got installed are... Well, the main one is Questy, which I've got here. Left, and there we go. Should be able to move this. Oh, there we go. I can move now. So the main one is Questy. So we will be following Questy to assist us in this journey. And this experience guide as well. I'll be using this as well. Because I actually have never got that far as a hardcore. I never got that far as a classic WoW player. Only ever got into the Dead Mines, which is the furthest in the game, which is here, Westfall. So Dead Mines level 26. So I've only got into the Dead Mines. I've never done the Dead Mines. The only dungeon I've ever done is the Ragefire Chasm in Kalimdor, in whatever this capital city is called. Orgrimmar, that's what it's called. So I'm still very, very new to World of Warcraft Classic. I have played Retail WoW a lot, but I'm very new to Classic. So we're going to move some of these skills around. There we go, that should do. And we are just going to see how tough this is going to be. Because I have a feeling that this might be a little bit... Yeah, okay, so we're not... So normally you can not so much one-shot these, but they take a lot of damage. It'll take only a couple hits to kill them. But this is going to be a little bit dangerous. You can see this coward debuff is really going to gimp us. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be worth it. I do worry later on when we end up doing some dungeons, who's going to take someone that's doing 20% less everything. However, we'll see. You never know. And I won't be showing every single fight, because every single fight will be like this. It will be relatively simple. We'll just come over here, kill a load of mobs. When it's a low risk area, I'll probably skip it. When it gets to high risk areas, like the vineyard down here, where all the mobs are aggressive, if we pull more than one mob, probably going to die. So we'll just jump and chop and change as we get to certain milestones, and when we fight certain enemies as well. But you can see here how challenging this is already. So that is our first 2 quests coming to an end. It wasn't particularly dangerous, but we're not doing very much damage, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. We are now at level 3, which is awesome. So far so good. Almost the furthest I've got in hardcore. Not quite, but almost. Level 3, so we've got our first set of skills now. We're going to hand in these quests. We're going to go grab the new skills as well. See, we can use leather, so we're going to grab leather. So I have noticeably got less damage output. So this 20% is making a big change to my damage output. Although I know the game's just started, but I have a feeling that although this might be the most difficult challenge, this is going to be a very long time for me to get anywhere in this challenge. We're going to go anyway. It's going to hand in these quests. We're going to go grab our next set of skills.
What can I do for you?
And let's go pick up our skills. So we're going to, every 2 levels, you get new skills. So we're going to see what we've got here for the Rogue Trader. I've only ever played Rogue on retail, so I'm not au fait of how it works on Classic. So we've got ourselves Stealth, which is pretty cool. Then at level 4 and level 6, so every even numbers, we get a new skill. Every odd number, we get a skill point, a passive point, a spec point. There you go. So this will be over here. So press back button on my mouse. There you go, into stealth. Right. Now coward can be a coward, and he can now disappear, which is awesome. So we've taken the longest grind to get to level 4. But we've actually opened up our character page here. You can see what all of our damage is now at. So our strength would normally be a 23, but it's actually now an 18. You can see how low all of our skills are dropped down to, which is quite interesting. You can see how much damage. It would be 46 damage with our main attack, auto attack. It's now dropped down to 3 to 5, which is quite a substantial drop. We've now got pickpocket and backstab. Don't really see the need for pickpocket, but I guess it's useful to have. Now I can go over here and then backstab. So I'll be showing this because this is going to be the first time we're actually in danger. Never mind. We're going to go and do the bandanas last, because this area down there by the farm is a dangerous area. So we're going to go up here, do this whole area first, and go back down here. So we'll see how long it's going to take for us to take on 1 labourer. So normally, if you build up like 3 to 4 combo points, you can normally one-shot your enemy. So we've got 3 here, 3 combo points. Use our eviscerate. Yeah. So we can even kill it in a 3 combo points. This is going to take forever. But this whole cave here is relatively safe, just to the north of Goldshire. So there's no aggressive mobs in here. So we're going to take it slow. Take on 12 of these labourers. So then hopefully we can get a full inventory of gear so we can sell it all. We might be able to make a slight profit while making our way through this cave. Yeah, this is a cave, isn't it? Yeah, it's definitely a cave. And here we are in the vineyard. Taking out a couple of these so far. We are really squishy. I'm struggling. Against 1 mob, yeah, we're fine. But this guy here, he pulled an extra mob. He'll be fine. I would struggle. So far, so good. As long as we can only pull 1 at a time. Good thing we've got the ability to throw a dagger. But we're going to have to take 1 at a time. We've got to take on at least a minimum. If we get a 100% drop chance, we've got to take on at least another 10 more of these bandits out. You can see our combo points. We've got 3 combo points here. Boom. That only did 16 damage. So 3 combo points that did the lowest amount of damage possible. So this is going to be a bit difficult. Well, I'd say that at least this area here is not going to be too difficult. It's just going to take a very long time, which is perfectly fine. So here's going to be our first challenge. So here We've got Garrick Padfoot will spawn. So we're lucky that this mob spawned at a different time. So we're able to quickly take on his ad. Then now we've aggroed Garrick, we can lure him away. Because we definitely won't be able to take on 2 mobs at once. So you see, he's chunking us pretty hard. Every time he gets an auto attack, 4 or 5 damage, sometimes a 6. This is huge. We're going to try and eviscerate him now. We need to kill him. There we go. There's his head. I really like the fact you get the head as a quest reward. And now we need to try and grab some of these berries. And we're going to be really careful here again, because some of these have double the numbers of mobs on them. So I can only really do 1 at a time. But this is fine. There's enough players here that they should be able to at least cover me while I take these berries. Or at least I'll steal the berries while they're killing all the mobs. Which looks like this is fine. Okay. This is completely fine. I don't know what I'm worried about. We're going to go hand in his quests and we'll probably rejoin in when we get to Goldshire. So I started to make my way towards the... Don't like me, wolf. Okay, so I'm making my way to the herbalism trainer. And you can see here, 1v1, this is a level 6 mob. And I'm only level 5. No, this is it. Run, just keep going. We were 1 hit away from dying there. Oh, right. Yeah, we are really weak. This is going to be quite a tough challenge. But we are going to get the herbalism trainer because I need potions. I think that's the only way we can do this is just a load of potions. Hopefully try and mitigate this 20% loss with potions. Note to self, I can't take on any enemies a level higher than me. And here we are, finally in Goldshire. Is this town called Goldshire? Yeah, it is Goldshire, that's Northshire, fine. We're going to grab all the quests here. Probably going forward from here, we're probably going to show a lot more of our journey. I don't want to train that. We're going to show a lot more of our journey because everything we do has a chance to kill us now. Every single mob, we saw that just then with the bandit. Every mob we fight has a chance to kill us. So we're going to show a little bit more, particularly as we have to go south to this area down here, which is this gold mine. So we're going to grab all the quests and probably show, well, the rest of this video will probably be us clearing out that gold mine and getting all the quests there, because I think there's 3 quests altogether. There's gold dust, we've got the guy's tooth, and we've also got something else we need to do in there as well. So make this my home, and I'm going to grab butchery. Nope, don't need to grab butchery. We are going to grab cooking, however. Thank you very much.
See you later.
I always grab cooking just in case. And then we want to go upstairs and grab, what's it called? First aid. I don't think we've got enough money for first aid. Let's see.
You need something?
Train me. No, we don't have enough money for first aid, but that's fine. So yeah, we'll go to the gold mine. We'll follow this questy anyway. We'll rest the experience. So we want to go over, grab the Lost Necklace quest. And then that will require us to go into this mine afterwards. I think that's... It says we have to grind to level 6. Go grab a dagger, travel upstairs, train some skills, first aid. So yeah, so the first quest it wants us to do is get some boar meat. And then we will then make our way into that cave. We're going to see how tough one of these boars are. So far, it's not looking too promising. Let's get all of our combo points up. We may have to run from this. Right, let's come on, get all the combo points up. We've got 5 combo points. Boom. Okay, he's got 20 health left, 17 health. He does do a lot of damage. Okay, this is it. This is it. This is us dead. No! Okay, well, that's us over. We are going to go again. Probably not going to be a rogue this time, however. And again, we have gone again. This time we're going for a Night Elf Druid. Mr. Coward is back. Attempt number 2. My good friend Screws here. He's going to let me get my Coward debuff again. And we are going to do the starting area of Shadow Glen. We're going to do the normal starting area, and we're probably only going to show how tough most of the mobs are, and then we're going to jump in when we get to the spiders up here. So hopefully we should finish this episode as we get to Dolinar. So I do know the starting area a lot, well, because I do the starting area quite often, so I quite enjoy the Night Elf starting area. But once again, I've only ever gotten to Darkshore. I've never completed Darkshore all the way. And just, yeah, I've only ever made it to about level 20. Roughly around level 20 as a hardcore before. So there we go. Coward debuff. So we'll jump back in when we start fighting some of these mobs. So let's test out what our damage is like on the first mob. So here we go. Coward is just there. And already it's not a very good sign. We may have to spam Wrath a lot. But the only problem is obviously we're going to drop down our mana very quickly. So we're going to have to auto attack a fair bit. Our stats are just here. So we've lost a good amount of strength. So all in all, we are very, very squishy. And our damage here isn't much better than the rogue. But hey, at least we've now got a heal, which is amazing. So we are going to try and heal ourselves as often as possible. So that's one of the first mobs we had to fight. Let's see how tough these Grails are. They are level 2. So let's see if we can take on a level 2. And if I spam Wrath, there we go. So normally you can kill a Grail if you keep spamming Wrath before they reach you. But obviously that's not the case. I probably won't need to put a heal on myself here. I'm going to auto attack him down. Nice, there we go. So this is doable. We just need to be really careful. And I think actually, so this is a blanket 20% debuff. Hear me out. I think this also affects drop rate of items on enemies, particularly quest items. So on the rogue, when I was trying to get the red burlap bandanas, the drop rate was ridiculously low. I had to kill a lot of them. So I think I may be wrong, but it feels like the drop rate of quest items is also lowered. It's just a blanket 20% nerf to your character. But I may be wrong. And here it is. The blessed run. Got ourselves a red pouch, which is very good. This means we've got a little bit more room to play with. Got ourselves to level 3. We've just been grinding these mobs. This is so much easier as a druid compared to the rogue before. So I can just sit here, auto attack my staff, and when I get to low health, I'll just heal. I throw a couple wraths out. When I've thrown the wraths out, I heal myself, bonk them with the staff, job done. Nice and easy. Let's see how strong these spiders are. We will probably end this episode. Last bit of content is going deep in here to grab the egg. We don't need to grab the egg just yet. We just need to grab 10 sacks and 1 ichor or ichor. And they don't seem too dangerous. Also, we have our armor ability here. So any buffs, it says 25 armor on this buff here is not, I'm not reduced by the coward debuff. So if I hover over armor, I'm always going to get that plus 25. Which is quite interesting. So I thought we would actually reduce the buffs as well. So that means if I do go for alchemy and herbalism, the potions I go for, the potions I use, I'll get the full benefit of the potions. So that's definitely what we're going to go for.
Not enough mana.
But these spiders aren't too dangerous at all. Although this is the same level as us, this one, level 4. And as you can see, it just takes a bit of time. I think this time round on the druid, it's just everything's just going to take some time until I get myself into a really sticky situation. Then I'm going to probably have to run for my life. And here we are, we're coming to the end of the spider cave. This will be coming towards the end of the video itself. These spiders are completely fine. It just takes a bit of time. I'm having to auto attack a lot of them. Just so I have enough mana, just in case I need to pop a heal or two. But this is completely manageable. Compared to the rogue we did earlier. This is doable. I just needed to pull one mob at a time. I could probably take 2 on at once, but there's no point in trying. I want to take on the Vial, the other spider up there. There were a few other players in this cave, so I'm hoping they don't ninja my my chest here that I'm working towards. And obviously I could cast a spell to make this quicker. There you go, let's do a quick moonfire, and bonk, down you go. Right, let's grab this chest here, and we'll take on the Vial. The big old spider just there. Let's see. Anything good in here? No, nothing good at all. like to take on this. This is the kind of first, it's not really a boss, but kind of the first mini boss of the game, or at least for this starting area. Just gonna keep Moonfire on him, and now let's just auto attack him all the way down as a crit. So that's 15 damage, is huge. So yeah, we could definitely do more damage if we didn't have Coward. I just like seeing how low our stats are. That's pretty cool. And come on, down you go. Should only take a couple more hits. And you're down. Awesome. Right, so let's grab ourselves an egg. We're going to then hearth all the way back. Where's our hearthstone? There's my hearthstone. Let's put you there. We're going to hearth back. And once we hearth back, we'll just do the vials, fill up the vials, and we'll end this episode. And here we are. We've made our way to the first kind of town, the Night Elf campaign. Going to Dolinar. Shout out to Kimmix and Calabria. Just some random Night Elves I'm travelling with. And we're going to be ending our first episode here. So, our rogue didn't quite make it. He got out of Northshire into Goldshire and died to a random boar. Then Mr. Coward 2.0 is now back. Now in Dolinar, as we make our way through the Teldrassil. We're going to be playing this very slow. So, we'll see what happens next week. I'll hopefully try and get an episode of this out once a week. I don't know what day it'll be out every week, but I should have at least one every week. But we will see. We will end this first episode here as Mr. Coward, the Druid, Night Elf, slowly makes his way through the story. As per usual, got a few links in the description down below. Got one link to my Discord. If you want to join the community Discord, it's a small community, feel free to join. And then I've got 2 YouTube channels down below as well. One is to Mrs Rothmers, my other half, where she covers fantasy lore, stuff like Warhammer, Game of Thrones, and all the works of Tolkien. If you like lore videos, feel free to have a look at that. And then finally, I've got a joint YouTube channel with the missus where we collect the Warhammer tabletop figures. Currently we have 2 Age of Sigmar armies, 1 Lord of the Rings battle strategy game army, and 2 Warcry warbands, where we've been building, painting, soon we're going to be battling on the channel. So, hopefully we'll see you again sometime soon as Mr. Coward attempts to play through the game as a coward. 20% to all my tributes. It's pretty tough. Have a good week, everyone, and peace out.